join. Okay. Thanks, Sai, for asking the question on interviews and how to take your interviews. Um, First of all, um, if you are looking to if you are looking to work on administration, you need to be more perfect on Salesforce security model. Salesforce Salesforce security and roles profiles the role hierarchy, profile access, field level access, and sharing settings. Everything comes under security. You need to be good at that. And apart from that, you need to be more strong in the CRM functional concepts. So, for suppose, how are leads converted into opportunities, and in what way you are getting pricing in opportunities, all this stuff.
Yeah,
And
I do have little making,
okay, and one more important and main task is data loading. If you're administrator, you're gonna help the developers. Will be uploading some data to the organization for testing all this stuff, and even you some the administrator sometimes will test the application what the developers have done in a QA environment. So there are, like, it depends. If you are in a consulting company, you will be working on testing. You will be working on issues, actual issues what the customers are facing in logins, all this stuff. And apart from that, security settings, everything is taken care by you. But if you're at the customer place, if you're working for a customer, you will be really more focused on the production organization. You are going to track who are all facing issues. They will be sending out email to you. You need to fix the issue, and you need to solve the problems what they're facing in terms of login access, security, and um, uh, and everything, and even data loading also. Sometimes they might give you some real old Excel sheets, which are like old data which are not in the system, to upload into the system properly. You need to do it on the weekdays, so on the weekends or weekday midnights, where most of the people in your organization are not going to use your system. You will upload the data and you will check whether it's the data is really good or not. If it is bad, you're going to roll back the changes by deleting all the record IDs what you have inserted into the system.
concern
Uh,
is like, say for example, do you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, Saif.
Yeah. My concern is like, say for example, I get a job, and as I'm
Hmm.
that many years. So after I get the job, their expectation is like, I know everything. So,
Yeah.
um, but I'm kind of scared, like, if I do something wrong, as I don't have real.
Okay.
Um, I- I'll be feeling like, oh, I'm.
Yeah. So anyway, um, if we are good at the uh, technology, the functional point of view, and if you're good at the technology, then if you're doing the work properly, no one will care about your experience, right? And you need to do the task what they have given to you on right time. Okay. If you are administrator, then you won't be having much problems because you're already good at that. But if you are a developer, you need to be more careful when you're committing the deadlines to the business people. For suppose they may give some requirement which have to be done in like a week. If you say that you can do it by 5 days in a week, so that they are happy initially in the initial meeting. Later on, if you're unable to do the requirement with your current coding skills, which you can't achieve in a single training, or then in this case it will be a problem for you. You need to be really um, good. You need a real practice for the developing part. But for the administration, you are learning. You need to be more careful, and I think the knowledge what you have currently is more than enough from my understanding.
Okay, is the is the environment the,
Yeah, so environment. So again, this technology is very new. This technology really became famous from the past 4 to 5 years. People
mm-hmm,
know about this technology 4 years back. Before that, very few people know about this. And if you are like generally, even in your company also, they are not that great super experts of the platform. So they may
mm-hmm,
know some more better and better things than you. But if you really work hard and if you really know about the platform, if you really and practice on your own things, then they, like you can even ask questions. Even though if there are 5 years experience as Salesforce guy, he might not need he might know he generally don't know everything in Salesforce, because this is a really completely vast system. Initially they grown with a very big features. They started with version 1 and now it's 30th version with a lot of every release, right? They are going to add many features. Asking a question is not a big problem. Just refer to the help and training and you can just go read the documentation. If they are asking you to configure the territory management of Salesforce, that's a new concept. That's a different concept where most of the people don't know about that. You need to go to the territory management guide, installation guide, and you have to read everything on the night, and you just do the implementation on the go. There is a really good documentation. I will share all the documentation links to you if you have any problem. Uh,
okay,
Territory management is a really good concept for sales organizations. It's really necessary for most of the organizations. Implementing, most of the people don't know about it. 80% of the people. So everyone has to learn from scratch because it's a business system, right? Same way, if you go to SAP, there are different type of modules. Same way in Salesforce also. If you say that I'm not having experience in implementing territory management, they will give some extra time for you to learn and to do the stuff. But the basic things like security and things, you need to be more clear and perfect. And if you have time, go through all the additional features of Salesforce.com, explore territory management, Salesforce content, everything, the advanced service concepts, sales concepts, sales cloud concepts, service cloud terminology, everything that really helps you in future for your administration career. Coming to
yeah,
developer, he needs
that's
to be
fine.
more good at the coding path.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, now one more question, like, if I have problem, doing something or solving something, so can I get help from outside?
Yeah, generally, like most people, there are a lot of helpers online, and they don't help you because see, person to person, they won't help you directly. But there are developer groups, communities, forums available. If you post something, you will get reply after some time. But in the real time scenario, they will expect the changes. They will expect the things really fast, right? If there is a requirement, they need the things really fast in the system. If there is a problem with the user, he's unable to log in. If there is some complex issue, you cannot post the same thing in. You can post it, but you will get reply after many days. Those who are know about that issue, but you can take some support help from other people who are good at Salesforce, right? By so generally, as your organization can be open from anywhere, you cannot share the organization because your company policies will um,
Right.
stop you in that. But there are many organizations who don't care about that, and you can take your help from friends help. You can just share your screen and take your help like
Yeah.
this. Okay.
Okay. And in the they really ask, very technical stuffs or just
Yeah, for administrator, they won't come into technical part, but they ask about the limitations and all this stuff. You need to be more like uh, super fast in when they ask about the limits. You need to be good at that. Again, the plan, security, everything. They will ask what is this scenario. So they're gonna say, "This is my scenario. I am facing this problem. How are you going to fix it?" They lost some scenarios like this. You need to be really careful, and you need to think of the answers before going to the interview. Okay,
Right.
what is the step-by-step format what you follow when there is an issue like this?
Right.
Cool. Okay.
And I heard, from one of my friends,
Mm-hmm. Crystal.
due to
Yeah, I'm listening. Crystal. Listening. Please tell. You there, Saif? Hey, this guy. I don't know whether these guys have access to this organization or not. I don't see people joining the call. Let's throw out an email to them and yeah. So I think, what is the meeting ID of the current organization? Can you tell me? Is it 834152045? Yes, exactly. And why are these guys not joining? Okay. Okay, and let's yeah. Today I want to explain about this about the Apex syntax, how to insert records, update, create, how to create methods, classes, everything. Okay, and I do have a simple document for that, and I want to. I think you can see my screen, guys. Okay, and yeah, so this is some simple class where this class is going to insert, update, and delete the records inside Salesforce organization. I clearly mentioned you there are a lot of standard objects in Salesforce and custom objects. Here I'm trying to use the account object, which is standard object in Salesforce, and I have uh, three methods here mainly. One is for creating the record. Inserting the record means create and insert are synonyms in our case. Uh, and update record and edit record are synonyms in our case. So if I'm using the similar terminology, you have to understand that is update. And if I'm delete is the other function for deleting the record. The name specifies you. Okay, it has the same meaning. So for suppose this is the simple class. So I have a sharing permission like with sharing. If I'm using with sharing keywords, this keyword in my class means I'm using all the sharing rules in the system in the current organization. Okay. This will so if I'm a sales user of Hyderabad or some city in US, San Jose. Okay, I will be getting access to all the records assigned to me because I'm not a system admin or I'm not a super CEO to see all the records. So when I use with sharing keyword, it will it will show only the records available to me. Okay, and so this is the global sharing settings, sharing thing which I have assigned to this class. And after it, so we do have a method, a static method which will return null values. Because see, I'm not going to return any value. That's called void, because that's the reason I'm not inserting, I'm simply inserting it. There is no return value at the bottom. Check this. Okay, if I'm using if I am returning some integer value, I need to put integer here. If I'm returning string value, I can use string value here, and I can return the value string value what I'm going to return. Okay, and these are all the parameters what I'm accepting uh, to this method. Okay, and here is the simple. I'm going to explain the steps now to create insert the account record. This is the method to insert the record. I'm simply passing name, phone number, rating, and employees into this method. So I'm going to use these values to insert a account record. Here is the initialization of account. I am creating a new account object here. Account acc equal to new account means I'm creating a new account object which is having any blank value. So when I'm clicking on a button called new account, I have a blank copy of account page where I can put some details in the form and I can click on save. This is what I have done. If I click on this, if my code executes this line means a new account object is created for you which is having blank details. After that, ACC is a object, right? So ACC object, I am inserting some values into it. Okay, acc.name, I'm passing the value which I'm getting from the parameter here. I'm setting it to the account.name equal to name because I'm referencing the field here with a dot object dot field name. I'm passing some value here. This name contains the value which you are getting from these parameters, right? And as I said, there are multiple variable formats like type of variables in Salesforce: string, integer, boolean, double. You can use any type of variable here, and you can accept and you can insert the records into the account object. Here I'm gonna even put down my phone number into my account and rating from rating variable, number of employees from emps variable. This is the integer value because you might get some error when you're trying to insert strings into your integer value. That's the reason here it's the integer. This is the integer type. This is so each and every field have linked with their field type. If you are inserting bad values, it will throw some error here in the insert option. In that case, you have to use try and catch blocks. As I haven't used it here, I can use this insert block inside inside try loop, and I can catch some exception if you are trying to insert some bad values into my account object. Okay, this is simple insert. This is a simple line of code. Insert acc. This is a simple object. This object already contains this information because I have already set configured this information. Okay, and if I am calling this method from any button from any for any from any class, right, this code will be executed, and the record will be inserted into our database, right? And after insert, right, if you put a query if you put acc.id, it will display you the current account id what you have inserted into the system, right? Okay, this is the simple insert method. And now I'm going to update the same method. Acc.insert is inserted into the database and it have some id. Each and every record what you are inserting into the Salesforce system will have a specific id which is really unique inside that organization. Okay, we are coming to the next method. Okay, public void this is also static method which returns no value. Update record, this is a different method, and I am accepting record id. What is a record id? I already said you whenever you're inserting a record, you will get a simple 18 digit id, means 18 and 15, 18 digit 18 or 15 digit id, means you will get it both because both are same ids. Okay, Salesforce will have a simple algorithm to convert from 15 digit to 18 digit id. But for the front end users, you will see only 15 digit IDs in the system. But for the API users and the backend users, you're going to see the 18 digit ID. Okay. If I'm passing down that ID, record ID to this method, update record, what I'm doing is I'm updating that specific record. There will be millions of records in the account object, but what record I'm going to update? I'm going to update the record with the specific ID what I'm passing in the parameters. Okay. Here. And what I'm doing is I'm creating a new account object acc. I'm creating a new record here, new account. Here what I'm doing is I'm specifically querying only one record which is having this id equal to record id. This will get you only one record in the system. If the record is not available, it will throw some exception to you. You need to do you need to check whether this ID is existing in the system or not. Okay, if the ID is blank, this account having a blank record, okay, null value. And acc.fax, here I have not updated, here I have not inserted, here I have not added the fax value, but here I'm adding the fax value. acc.fax value equal to some static value I'm giving here. If I'm putting a value like this, means that I'm putting static value. What I'm doing here is the dynamic values. I'm accepting the values as a parameters and I'm automatically linking with the account object, right? But here I directly inserted some some text value which is constant for all the application, right? If the code is used by many people, the fax ID, if they are trying to update the record, the fax will be constant value. Okay, here I'm not accepting any parameters for the fax. Okay, and if I execute the update account record, means this code will be this code will be updated. This is a DML operation in Salesforce, update operation. And it's not going to update these values because I'm not updating it. It's only adds values, this fax value. After this, I'm not returning any value. Simply, I'm coming out of the method. This is the update method. The same way, there is a delete method also. Again, for the delete also, I need the record ID. Okay, update, delete, everything needs a record ID. Insert don't needs the record ID because you don't have it in before inserting the record. After insert only, you're gonna receive some ID, record ID. So I am just simply querying the account with ID, record ID, and simply putting a command called delete account acc, because here is it's a simple variable, right? You don't confuse here. This is the variable here. I'm using the same variable in all these methods. Okay, this is the local variable inside this method. It won't carry anything outside of the method. If you come out of the method, that value will be cleared. Okay, again, in the console, when you are doing these operations, you're gonna insert the record with a simple let's do one thing here. Let's go to our organization. Okay, let's create a new, oh my God. Let's create a new window. Hey, hi Pallavi. So how was your training, certification exam? Is it fine and good? How was your exam?
Yeah, I didn't pass, Venkat. I'm gonna write it again.
Oh, okay. Oh, so do you feel it's really tough or easy? Have you gone through all means
I went through a lot.
okay,
I went through a lot of dumps and I went through a lot of flashcards as well.
okay,
I don't know, they didn't give any result right, but I think maybe
yeah,
I should have had more of a hands-on experience with a developer website. Also, I feel like, a lot of flashcards that I was going through, there were a lot of repeated questions, but
yeah,
somehow one question has a different answer on one website and then those options
y-
are different on another website, so I should have been more thorough with that also instead of like.
yeah. Okay, have you got the type of questions in your exam? Same question?
Yeah, a few, yes, a few of them.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry.
I was just comparing them, what all I might have gone wrong upon and stuff, and when I was
Yeah.
looking
Again,
into.
the pass percentage for this exam is 66 percentage. You need to be. Uh,
Yeah,
there is no. They won't even show you the percentage when you're
yeah,
taking the exam. So
exactly.
you don't know
Yeah,
how much with how many marks you have failed.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, don't worry. Like we can try out. So again, when you're taking the next time, you'll get a 50% waiver.
yeah,
It
yeah,
won't be
yeah,
$200. It will be hundred
yeah,
dollars for the next time.
yeah, yeah. I was
Okay.
trying to take it again the next week itself.
Yeah,
But
sure. No, what you can do is let's Ramya and other people take it. So you
uh,
make you can give a simple warning to them saying, uh, if you remember some questions, please share with them.
yeah, I will. I will.
And you can give a simple warning saying it's not that easy. So that means if they take a really light, then they may even fail it. Okay, so you guys
Yeah,
can work closely and you can work on it. Not a big
yeah.
deal. Yep.
Thanks.
Let's work on. Yeah, it's a good chance again to learn more. Okay. And do you got any questions on coding? No, right? You won't get.
No, no questions on coding, none.
Yeah, perfect.
Just like, they had a lot of questions based on system logs or debug logs, like
Oh,
those kind
okay.
of questions,
All
backend
right.
questions, if you.
So actually, this type of questions are in this time now, because when you are trying to code, we use debug logs, system logs, everything now. I'm gonna explain it now. I think we just. I think that question is also really simple, right? So you might see the same questions in the dumps also. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I got
Okay.
those. There was one question though, Venkat. So there was this question that if it's a very basic question that if there's a lookup relationship and the parent object is deleted, what
Mm-hmm.
happens to the child object? And I know that, in a lookup relationship, the child object would not be deleted. I mean, it does not have to be deleted. But there was like
Okay.
you have to choose two answers,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
other
There's two
one was.
answers. There's two options.
So would there was another option that said that one of the subset
It won't
of
allow.
the,
Yeah.
is that what should have been?
Yeah. So because um, so try because when you're creating a relationship, it will ask you. It's in your hands to check. You can show some error when deleting the parent record if it has child records. It won't allow because it won't allow when you are trying to delete the parent record when it has child records. There is one option like that. The other option is if you delete a parent record, the child records which is pointed to this will be will be will be means the value will be made as blank. Do you got it? Means
Isn't
they are
it
going
like
to
that?
they are going to clear the value in the child record. So if there is a link between child to parent, they are going to clear the link. That is the first option. The other option is they will not allow the to delete the record. Two
Like
options.
Venkat, can you hear me?
Hmm. Tell me again.
Hear me?
Yeah, I think you're saying something, Saif.
Yeah, yeah. Like when you create relationship between two objects, right?
Hmm.
If child has any record, then it's not gonna allow you to create relationship. So what you need to do, you need to clear all the records from child object. Then you
Yeah.
can create a relationship. So if the relationship is created, then if you delete any record in the master object,
Hmm.
then all the record in child object will be deleted.
Yeah, that's a master thing. In the lookup, right, there's two options for us. One is breaking the link. Other thing is showing some error to you, not allowing to delete. Okay. You can try Pallavi. What you can do, you can just create a lookup relationship. In the next step, you see the two options at the bottom. You can just there are two lines. It's only specially for lookup, not for the master data. Master data is fixed. If
So
you're
what's
deleting,
the question? Is it about lookup relationship?
yeah, it's about the lookup relationship. Exactly. She's confused with the question on lookup relationship. Okay. Yeah, let's work on our training part, and I'm going to show you about the system blocks. Means how to debug the Salesforce code stuff. Okay. Um, okay. And So if you don't want to change the passwords very frequently, there is an option for you in the password policies. Do not expire policy. Okay, you can use that. I think you remember it. Okay, and so we have a option called developer console here. This tool you can use a lot. Developers will use a lot. Okay, saying no thanks. Okay, and so I can create a new class. I can create a new page. Anything from here directly. Create new Apex class. I can put the name like I want to give the same name. Okay, database operations.
So this is developer console, right?
Yeah, developer console is generally like it's for core developers, and they can create classes, pages, and they can debug the code, and they can see the system logs. They can run the tests here. They can put some checkpoints. What's happening? Um, if there's a thousand lines of code, what's happening at different points of time, and they can put some debug logs there. What is the value at the current position? What is the next value? All this stuff. And you can even query SQL query also. You can do it. You can print the values in the system. Like you can run some queries and you can get the values in the system. Okay, and you can even check the current view state of the page, how much data is loaded into the system from the view state tab. And again, if there are any errors in the system, it will be shown here. Okay, let's click on new class. Okay, it's creating a class for me. So let's copy this class. So no thanks. Okay, okay, I'm sorry. I do not copy the complete. So I'm remembering my class name. It's here, right? So when you are creating a class name in Salesforce, it automatically creates a class for you in the system. Okay, and click on. I want to. Um, oh my god, it's completely reversible. Let's do one thing. A new. So I have to put down this complete code till insert account into this method. This is what it's doing, right? So I have the insert code inside insert method now. So I can indent it like this. Indentation you can do. And I do have one more update record. That's perfect. That's going good. Okay, I'm just putting some fax value, or else I can even accept some value here by putting um, string fax, and I can directly use the fax here. You're making the static to dynamic thing now. And I do have another method for deleting the record from the database. So okay, and finally I'm closing this method and I'm closing the class at the end. This is a simple class. Initially there is a problem with me. Okay, there's error line number 13. There is no 13a. There's no there's some problem. mm, no viable alternative at the um, at character this. Okay, some problem with the previous code. Let's click on save. Still I got the same error. Put on control s. Yeah, so control s will save the record. The data, the current program is saved properly without any errors. So what I'm doing here, inserting the record, updating the record, and deleting the record. And now this page is in our Salesforce organization. Let's go to our, so here we are in the in the develop mode. There is a classes. Okay, click on it. So you will open the classes list of all classes in the system. Okay, now I have created database operations, right? This is the class which I have created. Database operations, this is the class which I have created just now. 2162047119. Okay, currently now I have created it. Now I want to run these debug logs in the console. This is how I will simply call the, let's go to the debug log. And where's my console in the debug? um Open execute anonymous block window. And so this is how I'm going to run my my list of commands here. Okay, here I'm simply calling this method. uh, okay, this is the class name. Okay, this is inside my system, and I'm simply calling a method called insert record with this variables vpro string 12345 rating hot and employees 5000. If I click on execute, so my code is getting executed, and I have the logs here is success. Just click on it to see the result, right? So again, you can see the raw log also. um Thanks. So what happened here, I just want to check whether the record is inserted or not. These are the important uh, important like the code execution thing. So if you see, there is a insert happened, dml begin, account one row is inserted into the system with this. So this is the method which is called, right? And there's a workflow in the system which is executing after it. Again, I have showed you the order of execution in Salesforce, right? This is how happened. So after the insert happened, there's a workflow. It's executing on account, and there are a lot of commands. If you see this, there will be a lot of code. Yeah, all the actions will be there, step by step fashion. The order of regular execution, you can see it here. Okay, the workflow criteria true. Okay, and it's all the things are happening here. And finally you can see the limit. You can see the things here, what all the things happened, how many dml operations, how many SQL queries in the current class executed at the end. Each and every debug log have this number of limits thing at the bottom. So these are the limits. Please keep a note of these limits. Number of SQL queries executed in the system are 100. Out of it we have executed only one, sorry, zero. Let's come down. Okay, and yeah, and and number of query rows. What is number of query rows? If you're running a query, you can get the results, right? There will be five. You can at max you can get around 50,000 records uh, into your program, and you can process it. Okay, you have to put the limit. You so if you are exceeding it, right, your system will throw some error, because these limits are kept by Salesforce organization. It's not your private environment to do this stuff. You are on cloud. If you need to be more careful on the scalability and again on the performance. If you don't have these limits, both the things will drop down. And if one guy is using bad code in the cloud, all the other applications in the same server will go bad. Okay, that's the reason these are all the limits in the Salesforce Apex. Okay, you see all these limits in Salesforce Apex language. And again, there are SOQL queries: 0 out of 20 used, and one DML operation used, that is insert into the account, and one DML row means, again, I can insert number of rows also. DML operation is one, and in that operation I can insert 10 records at once also. There's a limit for that. I can insert only up to 10,000 records at one, in 150 times, in 150 statements. Okay, and the CPU time, heap size, these are all call outs, email notifications, field describes. These are all limits. How 0 to 100, 0 to 100, because I'm not using all this stuff now. Okay, and so if you want to see the raw log, just close this, uh, select this, open raw log. Okay, this is the raw log of the current operation what we have done. So this is the ID. This is the ID. Wipro created ID. Okay, so this is a simple operation which is executed. So I can see the things happened. Here's the log, same log you can see here in a simple raw log. It's complete list of statements in it. You can copy this file and you can copy into Notepad, and you can research on it. If there's any issues, you can fix it out. Okay, this is how you're gonna debug the code. And coming back, I want to run the other two um, operations also by go to the debug log, open anonymous window. Okay, and I'm going to use the new class name which I have created, and the record ID. So this is the, so what is the record? Uh, so this is the ID created, right? When the insert is record, when a record is inserted, Wipro, I got the ID called 0019, all this stuff. Okay, I'm copying this ID and I'm putting down here. Okay, I'm not executing the last command. Okay, I am also copying the same ID here, but I'm not executing this at now. Now I'm executing this. Okay, because I'm not accepting this because I have to pass one more string fax number. Okay, you think this is a fax? Click on execute. Now this is executed, and I have the one more debug log. Now I executed the other method called update record. Now open this raw log. Okay, now it will open a new tab inside the same tab. Yeah, it's taking some time to open. Yeah, it opened here, and I want to open the raw log also. Yeah, this is the raw log which it's opened. Now I called already. I called insert is called here, and no, it's not the thing. Let's close this. Oh, this is the new record, right? One second. What is the time happened? 7:1:45. This is the new log. Open new raw log, because the first log is this, second log is this, because it will come like the top one will be the latest one. This is the new log. This is the record operation which I have called database operations dot update record. This is the ID, and this is the updated value, and it executed perfectly. And now I have to, let's check. So the records updated are one. So number of records updated. There is a rows equal to one, right? So what happened? My account record is updated. And let's see the debug logs here for the DML operation. DML operation update also comes under DML operation in my case. Number of DML statements one and rows equal to one. Okay, and uh, coming back to my last operation, delete operation. Okay, let's go and check the system. What happened? Like whether my account is there or not here. Click on account. See the Wipro account is here. The database. Now I have done this operation. I have created the account record from the code. It's a simple statement, Apex code. This is the account record which is created just on today, 21/6, 7:24 a.m. This is Indian time. Okay, it'll show you the next day morning. Okay, this is our evening, right? This will show the next day morning to you, and this is the record values what I have inserted. Okay, and if you see here, there is a fax value which is updated by us in the second operation. Let's do one thing. I want to run the third operation now from the debug console. Open execute anonymous window, and I'm removing this and pasting the delete operation. Okay, now I'm passing only the record ID of the record, Wipro record. Execute. Okay, now this record will be executed, and I see one more log here. See, each and every operation what you're doing here, you see a log. When I opened a book, a basic tab, Apex page, I see a log for that. It's saying this log is opened by Venkat, means the user is Venkat, and this is system like complete system log, and you see every the operation here. And I see the browser from which application this action is called, and what all I called it. Okay, I called Apex hash book9 underscore basic tab. This is the page which I have linked with the account view page. If you remember, in the previous class, I have modified the button, the view button with the basic tab option, which will modify the account view. Instead of showing the contacts, opportunities, cases in a line by line, like in the bottom format, like one by one sections, I have kept tabs for that, right? That's a basic tab app. That's a basic tab page. It's showing when you're clicking on this, you have executed this page, and this is the debug log for this. Let's open the raw log for this. Open raw log. See, when I'm calling this action, it's opening this page, and we are calling this ID. This is the view, and so this is the view state. So this is the ID of the VF page what you have opened. Okay, and here is the metadata, and you are not doing anything here, so it's simply blank. So you are simply displaying the things. We are not. We are using only standard operations. That's the reason you see all the things at 0000 here. Okay, and come back to our new debug log for delete. Have read the operation. Now go back to your system, click on refresh. It won't be executed. It means it won't throw. It will show some error saying the record is not available. See, the record is deleted. The record you attempted to access has been deleted. The user who deleted this record may be able to recover it from the recycle bin. And deleted data is in your recycle bin for 15 days. Okay. I have removed the record, so I can only recover the record from my recycle bin. It's in my recycle bin. Okay. And it's here. And going back here, I want to open the debug log of this. Oh, okay. I have to open this debug log. What happened here? I call the delete record operation with this ID, which is created two operations back, and I want to delete the record with a simple operation. What happened? If there is any error, the error will be shown next to the debug operation, next to this operation. Okay, and it will show the error syntax, some error name also here, and it will show a number of rows. If there is error, it means it will show you rows equal to 0. But if it is perfectly executed, it will show it will show you the number of rows this has been executed properly. Okay, currently I have done operation only on one record. That's the reason I'm showing one here. Okay, and if you see the limits option, limit usage inside with this code, there's only one DML operation, and I have even not okay, these are two DML statements and operations which I have used. One This is for the DML number of statements, one statement, and one row is deleted. That's the reason it's showing here. Have any questions? Okay. And coming back to our next example. So, you guys generally understood, right? So how to create the methods, classes in a Apex class inside Salesforce. This is a simple example for deleting the records inside Salesforce. And now I am going to create a new class on list items. Okay. So here. Okay. So I have the same class in my organization. I would like to show that to you. I already created there. Come to the organization, open the class name called. Just click on go to setup, list class. Here's the develop. So you see all the code inside setup, inside develop. These are all the Apex classes available in my organization. You can even copy all this code to your organization. Okay. Uh, let's go to the list class. So it may be in L. Just click on L list class. So I have the list class. No, what happened? So go to all classes. Mm, I have to create it. Yep. I said, oh, so in Salesforce, it's generally a collection type. Lists are like important collections used. It's like a simple array in our general concepts. You store a number of items in that array. It's like a list of items, and you can access based on the index. What is if for suppose there is a list called uh, students. So first I want to insert um Saif. So if you want to access that thing, student in the square brackets, if you put 0, Saif record will be accessed. If I'm inserting one more record called Vijaya, so it's the second record inside that list. third record Venkat, fourth record Pallavi, fifth record Randir. You can insert the records like this, and you can access it in the same format in the same order also, by accessing with the ID, sorry, with the index L of list of 0, list of second item, list of third item, list of fourth item. By that you can access this stuff. Okay, let's explain the code here in the in the PDF file. So here's a simple list class. Here I'm simply calling a method m1 to initiate, to create the list item, to create the list collection and add some values into it. Here I have inserted around 5 values. With this is how you're gonna create the list inside Apex. List string, list equal to new list string. What is this? What is this string? So means I'm gonna accept only string types into this list. I can even put number, I can even put accounts. Okay, list of accounts, list of people, list of strings, list of numbers. You can put anything. Currently I am taking list of strings, means I have to add only strings to this list. What is the list here? LST is the list which I have created. I named it LST is list of strings. LST dot add ABC, add DEF. Okay, and after that, and you're gonna create. This is other way to create new list. Okay, this is one way of creating new list. This is second way of creating new list. This is a simple initialization, and later on I'm adding the values. I'm defining the list, adding the values. Here I'm defining plus adding the values directly. After the initialization only, I kept this curly brackets, and I have passed 3 values directly into the list one. Okay, these are 2 ways of list initialization. Okay, and you need to use this system.debug statement a lot in our organization to debug the code inside your Apex classes, to debug the code properly. So what's happening here? System.debug is a simple standard method inside Salesforce, system method, to access the current value of any variable, list, collection, anything. Okay. Now I want to see the size of my list. If I put system.debug, this is the static string which I'm going to display directly in the page. Okay, I can put any value. I can put any value here. I'm appending this result. What is list lst.size? The result will show you the value equal to 5 because I have inserted it. It's showing the list of, so it's showing the size of this lst array, means list. And in the next statement, I'm showing the debug log for showing the list of LST. If I'm putting simply LST, means I'm trying to display the list of all the values in that list. These are two simple lines. Let's what I can do. I can just execute this code by creating the class. Okay, and I copied it. Go back to your organization. Click on new class. I can create a class from here also. Initially I created the class from developer console. Okay, now I'm creating the class from here, directly from here. Okay, and click on save. I will get some error because there are some uh, curly brackets which are in a wrong format, because I have typed in WordPad which is having some different format. Okay, I will type it again in the 11th, because there should be no spaces, new lines in the system debug. Okay, now click on save, click on quick save. It will show the next wrong value in my system, in my code. And the errors will be shown here directly. Line number 29. What's line number 29? What's happening here? I just want to click on enter, and because what happened here is, if I'm using some string value inside system debug, you should not write in the new line everything, all the static string. So this is a simple static string for showing the result. For suppose if you want to display your name, hello, your name is, you will put inside the static string plus you add the name variable here, so that it will display your name directly. Hello, you're welcome, congratulations, your name is this. That's how you're gonna use this system.debug logs. It's like a simple print statement inside in your Python or any other code. Okay, now click on quick save. What is quick save on save? If you click on save, if it is perfectly all right, the code, if it is perfectly all right, it will save and it will go to the new page. If I click on if I click on quick save, okay, uh, it will show you the errors and it will stay in the same page. If I click on save also, it will show the errors. If it is perfectly all right, it will go to the new, it'll go to the apex classes page. I'll show the example to you later. Okay, 1 second. So I have one more error called the 30 line class. So this set class is not defined properly. I have to copy these lines again. No, that's a different waste of code. Okay, and just now debug old list is there. This is the old list, and I want to copy these two lines of debug lines also. Oh my god. Okay, so I am copying these two lines, these debug statements here inside under this list and click on save. Now this is saved. See, if I click on click save, it's saying in the same page. Okay, it won't show any error. If I click on save, if there's no errors, this will go to new page. It'll go to the list of all the pages, the view page of Apex class. Okay, if I'm click on click save, I can be on the same page and I can even write the new code there. Again, if you click on save, you will go to the previous page, and if you want to edit, you have to click on edit. And now go to the debug console again, and we have to run this class now. Okay, um so this is the, we have debug logs. I will explain it again. So, and now I simply want to call this void method m1, which will execute all these lines of code till here. Okay, now list class, this is the debug console, right? So going to the debug logs, open, this is the option for executing anonymous blocks. You can write the code anytime. Dot, what is the method name? Okay, m1. Okay, I'm not passing anything because it won't accept any parameters here, right? If I'm accepting some parameters which is required, I need to pass that. Otherwise, you cannot run this class. It will throw some error to you. Okay, I'm executing simply the lines. Okay, I'm clicking on execute. Okay, okay. So, okay, and this is the list class. So I am directly, this is the same method m1, expecting a semicolon found, comma. Oh, list cls method does not exist. Okay, one second. So what we are doing is we are calling, there's a class, this is a public void method, and I will make this as the static method and try to execute it, the static method directly. Okay, let's go here, click on, okay, click on save, control s, and try to access the same method now. Oh, okay, this is test classes, so I don't want to do that now. Execute. So now it's executed. I'm going to logs now. This is the new execution which I've done. Open raw log. Yeah, now it's here. This is our raw log. If you see, there's a lot of log now. Earlier it's very small log, because here there's a lot of log with, see, I'm adding list of items. I'm adding to the list, add object, add object, add object. I'm adding the strings here around 5 times. Okay, and have commented the other list creation, something like this. Okay, if I uncomment here, this will print you, create one more list in this new list called lst1. This is a new way of creating the list, but I haven't used it now. Okay, and here come back to our debug log. So this is the debug log which I'm using here. Okay, there are arrow marks, size of elements. So I think when I'm selecting, it becomes scrambled, and I don't want to select it now. Okay, this is the debug log, right? So come back here and check what happened. This is the debug log. We are printing the debug log till here. Okay, and we have shown you the number of objects in this system equal to 5. Got it? Because we have inserted 5 items in the list, and I am checking the size of the list. It's 5. I'm not printing the I'm printing the value dynamically by putting the simple lst.size. Okay, and coming back to uh, this is the first debug statement which is executed. Go back to your code. So this is one statement which is executed, and okay, yeah, this is what executed, right? Elements in the list are, so this is the other next debug statement. Let's go back here and check what is the next debug. So this is the next debug statement. Elements in the list are, you're printing the sample complete list by this command lst. What it will do is it will display all these 5 values in a list format. Here is the list. Okay, and I want to access the first value. How to do that? lst square brackets 1 a 0 will display you the my first value. See, because the first value inside, if there are 5 values, the index will start from 0 to 4. So if you want to print the first value, I generally use lst of 0. It will print the abc value. Okay, and here is the value of abc, first element in the list. Here is the first element, and here is the value here. And the same way I am printing the last element value. As I already said, the index starts from 0 to total size minus 1, right? If the size is 5, 5 minus 1 equal to 4. Okay, that's the reason I'm using lst dot size minus 1 will display you the last value inside the list. Okay, that's so I'm trying to print 1 2 3 here. See, I'll print 1 2 3 here. This is the last value inside the list. Okay, this is how you're gonna use, you're gonna get the size of the list. You can print the value, any value inside the list by by putting the id index value there. Okay, and I'm creating one more list called LST. I'm adding some values to the list. Okay, I add four more values to the same list. What happens now? The values will become 5 plus 4 equal to 9 values. Now check the size here. Now the size is 9. Okay, check here, it's 9. I'm putting the debug log here by showing the list here, and I'm removing some value. There's one more method to remove the list value, right? That is lst.remove. lst.add is for adding, lst.remove is for removing. So here what I'm doing is I'm passing simple id. Okay, sorry, index value I'm passing means I'm removing the sixth value inside my system. Okay, sixth index value. Okay, what happens? What is sixth value? Five values are here like a b c d e f g, all this stuff. Sixth value is this, seventh value is this. Okay, I think if I'm indexing seventh value, this is going to display, this is going to remove the, okay, 1 2 3 add size minus 1 dollar 1 2 3 1 2 3. So here I have size of elements equal to 9, removed 6. Okay, I have removed 6 value, means it may be jkl. I have removed it. What I have clicked on, I have clicked on sort. Okay, that's the reason it's in scrambled format. Okay, dollar 1 2 3 is, what is 6 value inside my system? This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, yeah, there are two jkl values. That's the reason. Here is the jkl value and this is the jkl value. Okay, I have removed jkl value which is duplicate in my system by putting lst.remove sixth value. What is sixth value? Jkl, it's here. This is jkl sixth value. Okay, and now I'm printing all the list. I'm sorting the list. What is sorting? Sorting means you can sort the list if you have different type of values: Santosh, Ravi, Anita, Venkat, and again um, some different names in different in different entries. If you want to sort all the values, because some people will follow the naming convention, you can follow the naming convention in the alphabetical manner. If you click on sort, automatically it will sort in the first. They'll keep the symbols, after that numbers, after that string values. Okay, if you come here, this the symbol is first, numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6. A B C D E F is the second value, G is the third value, for J K J F G H I J K I J is the next value. And again small abcs are the end, because small abc is the bigger value than the capital abc. That's the reason it's sorted at the end. Okay, and I have the list of values here displayed like this. Okay, and finally my list size is 8 because I have total 9 values. I have removed one value called jkc, sixth value. That's the reason it became 8. And size of the whole list, what is whole list here? um this is for displaying the complete, the new list size. Okay, so what I'm doing, I have one more method called list.clear. Okay, from the list which I have created, lst, I have created two lists. One is new list and one is old list. Okay, what is the new list is, see, list new list equal to lst dot clone. This is a simple method to clone the list. There's one more method. You can simply click on add all. Add all is also the same thing like clone, because if you're creating a blank new list, if you click on add all the lst items will be added to the system, to the new list. Okay, but what if there is some more new values in new list? It will be appended. Okay, a new list, I have appended all these values. Instead of this, you can use a simple line called like this. Okay, list new list equal to list lst dot clone, which will clone the same list to you, to the new list. And there's one more command called clear. For removing all the values inside my list, I am using clear command. I am assigning this to the uh, old LST. Okay, see, list size of old LST equal to LST dot h, because I have already cleared the values. Okay, that's the reason I am printing here. Size of old LST means after clearing the list, I got 0. Okay, and that's it. I have other true and false statements here. Okay, this is empty, is new empty. Okay, I have perfectly. Is empty is also a other method to check. If it is empty, it will show you true value. LST I have already cleared it, so that's the reason I'm getting true value here. New list is not empty because new list is having all the night values. That's the reason it's not. Is empty means it's false. That's it, it's showing false. Here I can see the two values, true and false. Okay, guys, you guys are clear on the list. Now let's move on to the other example. um, I'm gonna share this complete PDF examples to you, and I want to show you the set class. Okay, let's check whether it's already there in my system or not, because I've already done that long back. Set class. Click on yes to go for all the set classes there. No, there's no set class here. Click on new, or else I want to create the new set class from this system developer console. Okay, developer console. Click on new apex class set set class. Okay, set class is the new class I want to create. Now create a set class here. Now I want to print all the copy all the code which is in my perfectly copied all the code of the set class. Go back to the console and paste here set. This is okay with sharing set class. And okay, I want to because the lines are copied earlier. Okay, have to keep these lines at the bottom. Okay, at the end of the code. Click on save and again check if any debug log static string is the wrong format. And I have an error in the line number 29. It's showing here line number 29. What's the problem? Just check it. Okay, so till here I don't have any problem. Click on problems. Variable does not exit new st new st. Okay, what is new st? New st is this. So I have to uncomment this line too. Okay, click on yes. Control S. Again it's showing uh, duplicate variable is already there. Why? Because I have done it two times. So I can comment this. Okay, like this I can do it. Okay, now there is no value. What happened, right? Here I am initializing two times. Set integer new st equal to st dot clone. Again set new st equal to say same thing. That's the reason I am getting some error. Now this class is perfectly fine. I want to explain it now. Okay, and here's a simple set class, and this is static class static method. I'm creating a new set. This is set variable. We are initializing set integer st equal to new set integer. Same way, this is like similar to our list method. Okay, so this is similar collection like list, but the unique feature here is it will show only the unique values. For suppose if you are inserting some same value into the same set, then it will make it as a, it won't be inserted because it's having already having the same value. That's the reason it won't be inserted. Means this is the unordered set of unique values. Unordered set of list of unique values. Unordered list of unique values. Okay, got it? This is a simple definition of set. This is a similarly it's a list which is unordered set of, sorry, list of unordered list of unique values. For suppose I am inserting some five values here, like into the list. This is having the same method called add list dot add 1234 1201 1248 1255 1211. What is the size here? I want to execute now. Okay, open debug log, execute anonymous block, set class equal to m1. Okay, I just want to run the same class. Okay, click on execute. This is executed and I got a log here. This is my log and I want to open the debug log, open raw log. Okay, this is my open raw log. Okay, and I will explain from here the code. Set class. What happened? I have added five set of variables to this set. These are five times I am adding here. Okay, till here I have added, and coming here I am asking for the size of this set. In a simple debug log statement, I am asking what is the size of this set. It will show you 5 for me. Okay, because see, my expected value I'm keeping it here. Okay, don't see it, I'm keeping the expected value here 5, and I should get the 5 value here. See, I got the 5 value here, which is equal to this, and I have one more debug statement to display the list of set items. I have added 5 items, right? You see these 5 values here in my set additions. Okay, this is where I am adding value 5 times to this set. The values are seen here in a simple list format in a curly braces, elements in the set. And later on, I'm trying to find out whether this value is existing in this or not. This is a special function which have means set function to find whether 120 value 1201 integer value is available in this function or not. Okay, contains. Okay, this is this function to check. So it's saying true because 1201 is already there. It's here, right? Coming back, and again I'm adding some more duplicate values here, right? Add 1211 1203 1225. What are duplicate values? 1211 is a duplicate value. Okay, this is not the duplicate value. 1225 is also not duplicate value. I've inserted only one duplicate value inside my system. Okay, and again one more value, 1248. 1248 is, yeah, 1248 is also duplicate value. Out of four values, two are duplicate values, two are new values. What happens now to my system? I'm checking the size. It should be shown as 7. Okay, set contents equal true. After that, 7. Perfect. My expectation is perfect because 5 values are there in the set. I have inserted 4 more values. Inside it, there are 2 values or duplicate values. That's the reason it's not inserting the two duplicate values, and it's inserting only 2 values there. Out of 4, 2 are duplicate values. They are thrown out 2 values. To 5 plus 2 equal to 7. Perfect. And I want to remove some value here from my system. Here is the remove statement. st.remove 1203. I am removing 1203 value from the list item. Means now the set value becomes 6. See, the expected 6, and it's displaying 6 here. Okay, now what the other operation what I'm doing here is um, add all. I'm creating a new list. I can do it with a clone. st.clone. St is the old set. I'm cloning the value, or I'm just adding all values to one set. This is the new set I have created just now, and I'm new set dot add all. Add all is other function to add all the existing values in st to new st. Okay, and this is a simple function. So this both are same. This is same equal to this. Okay, I can use this operation or I can use the below operation. I can go in many ways. That is the reason I have commented the first line, which I am doing the same thing. Okay, and now I'm going to check the new set size. New set size equal to 6, obviously, because it's 6 here. This is going to be the 6 because I have cloned the same new list. What happened to my old list? I'm making clearing the old set to 0 by putting st.clear, which will make it as empty. Now my size of new old list equal to come here, old list equal to, where am I? Okay, size of new list equal to this. Okay. Okay, size of old list I am not printing here, so that's not, I'm displaying that here. Size of new list equal to 6 only, because after removing it 6. What is 8 here? And again, I do have a one more list. I have created some list item lst equal to 1 2 3 4 5, all these values. Okay, I am going to convert this list into set. How? Set est equal to, this is, I am getting initializing a set. I'm adding all the list of LST values to this set by simply putting a component called st1 dot add all LST. Means there are many values, around 14 13 values. Out of it there are repeated values, like 1 2 is repeated, again 1 2, again 1 is repeated, and 3 repeated, 4 repeated, 5 repeated. Okay, but what are unique values here? There are 8 values, unique values here. That's the reason it's showing 8 value here. Okay, new, because the list will show all the repeat values also, but the set won't store it. Okay, that's the reason I'm getting only the unique values, that is 8, as a list size. Cool. I think this is the complete operations methods what we have in the set collection. You're done with it. um and let's move on with uh maps today. What is map? I just simply, I would like to introduce about it, but that's one more important collection type which will take some more time for me, like half an hour. I would like to just tell you simple thing about it. Map is like, um it will store a id and a key and value pairs. Okay, I already explained you in a simple, like when I'm explaining about the cheat sheets. Map will contain a it's a mapping, to value from a key. Okay, key pair values. Okay, key to value, it's, this is a pair. The key can be integer, anything, it can be any unique thing, can be a key. Okay, and the value can be anything, it can be object, it can be string, it can be anything. So I'm gonna put some values. Put map dot put 1 comma Venkat, map dot put 2 comma um Saif, map dot 3 map dot put 3 comma Vijaya. So if I want to access Vijaya value, I need to simply use one simple method called map dot get 3. It'll show you your value. Okay, it's, there's a unique identification with your key value. You can access the value. Okay, with the key you can access the value. That's where you are going to use map. This is an important type, because these three we are going to use aggressively inside our coding classes. Okay, I'm going to close the class for today, and we'll meet in the tomorrow class. I will try to connect to you on WhatsApp, and we'll discuss about the next class. Okay.